Welcome to the Don't Get Fooled Show with Big Lee and Ace, NFL Week 11. All right, let's go, Ace.
All right, boys and girls, NFL Week 11 live from Phuket, Thailand. Big Lee, we made it here. This has been in the works and talks for almost two years, and we finally made it here on a whim. I said, let's do it, and we're here. We're what? I think this is day 6? Day 7. Day 7 of our trip to Thailand, and we're great. We're here in Phuket, which is right off the water beach. There's a few different beaches, but it's, I mean, super. First day at Phuket on the beach here. We just got in last night, and so super excited. Javi, can you kind of pan around a little bit and let the viewers get a kind of a vibe of where we're at and how things are? We got just a lot of chair set up, umbrella set up right by the water. You can see the mountains and the greenery up there, which is super nice. Right in the back of us is probably about 15-20 feet. You got all the vendors, street carts selling food, drinks, super cheap. Then you got all the other vendors walking around trying to sell their goods to people right on the beach. Get some of the water action, Javi. It's just a really great environment here. Everybody is super friendly here in Thailand in general.
Sure, no doubt.
Super friendly. The locals are super friendly. A lot of tourists, and they support the country, but it's very important that they treat us really well and we treat them good, right?
Yeah.
We started off in Bangkok, Thailand. We're about 3 nights there.
Yeah. And
Bangkok's a bigger city, a lot of action over there for sure. Just a city vibe, but it's good. Really enjoyed that. And then I think after we went to the northern part, which is more the mountainous region, but it's a lot of action over there too. Chiang Mai.
Yeah.
And I think that was you said that's your favorite part so far?
So far, yeah. I mean,
so far.
Now we're here. This might take the cake.
Yeah, Phuket, the beach. I mean, but Chiang Mai was nice.
Yeah.
Super nice. I mean, highly recommend. Spend a couple days in Bangkok, check out the city. Chiang Mai, spend a couple days. A lot to do. We went on some hikes over there. Saw some elephants.
Yeah.
That was legit. Seeing these big old huge elephants in person, feeding them. That was legit. So we did that in Chiang Mai. Did some more, checking out some other historical places. We went to the highest part. It's literally the highest level in Thailand, the whole country, highest point. A couple hours to get up there. I think 2 hours in the car, and then another hour and a half hiking up there.
Yeah.
And so that was great. So Chiang Mai, highly recommend. And now we're in Phuket. We're in Patong Beach.
Yeah.
Patong. There's probably about 4 different beaches in Phuket that are really popular. So we're in Patong. Highly recommend. I cannot agree. I mean, I'm sure you can agree. Highly recommend. If you haven't been to Thailand, you need to come. You really need to come. Like I said, everybody's really friendly. The food is really good. Super good food. But more importantly, it's cheap. I mean, the food is so cheap here. Average meal, I would say, is about $3 to $4 on a meal. And then if you want a nicer meal, probably about $10.
Yeah.
Like on a nicer meal, full meal. We're talking about full meal, drinks, everything. We got these coconuts right on the water. They brought it to us. I think we paid like a $1.60, $1.70, something like that, US. And honestly, if it wasn't right on the beach and they didn't bring it to us, you can get this for $1. Fresh coconut. These are like Thai bananas. We got this for like 15 cents. The food is cheap. I mean, you're gonna eat like a king and queen here if you come here. The shopping is super cheap here too. Super cheap. I mean, shopping is cheap. Transport's cheap. I mean, I just cannot say the trip is going better than I expected. Nothing but great things to say about Thailand. If you have not come, what else can we talk about? Oh, the shopping. One thing, obviously, a lot of hagglers. They're gonna you gotta negotiate on the pricing. They usually start off, if they say, hey, it's 1,000. The actual currency is called baht.
Yeah.
So if they say 1,000 baht, which is equivalent to 1,000 bahts, equivalent to about $17 US roughly. If they start you off at 1,000, divide that by like 3 to 4, and that's what you should be paying, like $250 to like $350. But they're gonna start off high, and they're gonna get a lot of people. They're gonna pay $1,000. Some people are gonna be happy when they negotiate it to $800, but you got to get it down to like, you know, $250, $300. But yeah, I mean, food's great. The pad thai, best pad thai in my life I've had here. Best Thai teas I've had here. Chicken, all the different basil chicken, stir-fried chicken, kausa, how do you pronounce it? That's like a northern dish. There's just so much good food. I mean, I would recommend, if you're gonna come here, try to get about a full 2 weeks in. Remember, you lose a day. We're 15 hours ahead, so get 2 full days, 2 full weeks while you're here.
So probably 16 days, because 2 days of traveling. Pretty much. So
16 days, and you're gonna probably. We were saying it also earlier in the college video. If you can spend about $2,500, you can live like a king here.
Yeah, exactly. And if
like
if
a
you
king.
Can't, you still can survive here. Like, you can still get by, even with like 1,500.
1,500 you can get by, but like 2,500, maybe up to like $3,000, you're living like a king. Transportation, really nice hotels, eating all you want, entertainment, shopping, clothes. Your suitcase, you're gonna come back full of clothes and souvenirs. Highly recommend it, man. This is great. These shorts we paid, the shorts Big Re, I got a couple of these pairs, paying, I think, what is that, like $3, $4 for shorts. This shirt was like $4. I mean, it's unbelievable, guys. I cannot recommend it. So great trip so far, and we'll fill you guys in again once we get back to the States on the entire trip. But let's get into a quick recap of last week. Not gonna get into too much. Bears beat the Panthers on Thursday night. That was one of the bonus picks. The Panthers plus 3.5. They covered 16-13. Browns beat the Ravens, comeback win.
Pretty impressive.
But then Deshaun Watson out for the season. Just the luck of the Cleveland Browns. I mean, these guys are playing well, and then they lose Deshaun for the season. The season's basically done now. Unless Dorian Thompson-Robinson becomes a star and looks really good, like a potential CJ Stroud situation, then it sucks. But finally the Browns had something going. Looked like they were going to make the playoffs, and just the Browns. The Niners 34-3 over the Jaguars. Just beat up on the Jags. Want to give credit. Brock Purdy came out and played. Had a great game. 300 plus yards, 3 touchdowns, and he looked good. Got to give him credit. He bounced back. And that was one of my picks last week, is the Niners. And like I said, the Jaguars pass D is horrendous. Now I think it's ranked 29 or 30th. So I expected that, but still, Brock Purdy showed up. Anything you want to say on that game?
Nothing, just credit to the Niners. I mean, they made some moves at the deadline. It helped. Obviously, Trent Williams and Debo being back is a big thing. And on to the next. Yeah,
let's go on. Vikings beat the Saints 27-19. That was one of my picks. The Saints just always have disappointed me. I'm 0-4 or 0-5 with the Saints this season. They probably have 80% of my losses. Other than that, I've been pretty good. Other than the Saints have been screwing me. If I pick the Saints in the future, you guys should probably stay away. I'm probably not going to pick them because I don't trust them. Bengals lost to the Texans 30-27. I don't know what happened there. Joe Burrow, I always talk crap about quarterbacks that throw interception and turnover. Joe Burrow, 2 interceptions in the 4th quarter. How can you win games in Houston territory? He cost them that game. And Joe Burrow's a great quarterback, plays good, but you can't have turnovers. And now, you lost that game. No excuses. CJ Stroud playing great. It's not going to be in the MVP candidate unless they go like 12-5 or 11-6, but he's looking really good. 15 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, so give him credit there. Lions in a shootout versus the Chargers, 41-38.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Game-winning field goal. That was a good game. Lions looking good. Only 2 losses on the season. Kyler Murray back, led the Cardinals to a win, 25-23.
Right.
Just shows how important having a quarterback is.
Yeah, for sure.
If you have a quarterback, you can stay in any game. That's how important the quarterback is. Giants got beat up by the Cowboys 49-17. Just got spanked. 3rd string QB. What do you expect?
Exactly.
But Cowboy, you got to give them credit. 49 points. I don't care what NFL team you're playing. That's unbelievable. And then let's get into the Raiders. They beat the Jets 16-12. They're 2-0 with the new coach Pierce. Congrats to the Raiders. But I'm not going to talk too much about it. It's the Jets. They suck. And then the Bills lost to the Broncos 24-22. I do want to touch on this a little bit. This was my pick that I had the Broncos plus 7.5. And I said in there I wouldn't be surprised if they win this game because this was going to be a last stretch for them to make a run to the playoffs. And, I think they looked really bad early on, but they're starting to get it together.
Yeah.
They look interesting. Russ is playing good. You can't blame Russ. He's playing good. And Buffalo looks like complete crap. They fired their offensive coordinator. He had to go. And, Josh Allen, once again, three turnovers. Can't win games when you're turning over the ball. And this is going to be the last time, and I told Big Ree this, we're never going to talk about Josh Allen in a top-tier quarterback again. Until he proves us otherwise, that conversation is done. I want crickets from all the viewers that were on my ass for the last 3 years when I kept talking crap about him. Everybody's crickets now. It's done. It's over. They might even blow up the team. What do you think, Big Ree?
Yeah, there's a chance. That game is definitely on Josh Allen when you turn it over 3 times. And Stephon Diggs is going to want out for sure. There's a good chance they don't make the playoffs. And definitely, I still think he's a good quarterback. Not great. I can agree with you, but I'm still a fan. But yeah, I'll let you take it from here. But
Yeah. Like I said, he's not elite, but he's a good quarterback. I just hope he can fix his decision making. And then maybe in 2 years, 3 years, he can be in that elite conversation. He has all the tools. He needs to stop being a bonehead. Other than that, that's the recap, Big Ree.
All right, let's get into the game.
Let's get right into the game. So without further ado, here we go, boys and girls. Aquí vamos, chicos y chicas. Let's go. Game 1, we got the Chicago Bears at the Detroit Lions. The Lions are a 7.5-point favorite. Chicago 3-7, coming off a 16-13 win versus Carolina. Just breaking news that Justin Fields is expected to return to this game. He's been out, and so now it's his opportunity to return. Four of their 5 road games, they lost by 7 points or more. And then we got Detroit, who's 7-2. They're coming off a 41-38 win versus the Chargers. They've won 6 of their last 7 games. The only loss was 38-6 to Baltimore. Got spanked in that game. Detroit is a good home team, and I don't care if Fields is back. He's going to be an improvement, I think, from Bagent, but Lions are a much better team at home, and I like Detroit to win, probably 34-24. I'm taking Detroit minus 7.5. All right, game 2, we got Tennessee at Jacksonville. Jacksonville is a 6.5-point favorite. Tennessee 3-6, coming off a 20-6 loss to Tampa Bay. They have lost 4 of their last 5 games. They're 4-6. 4 of those 6 losses on the season have been by double digits, but their defense is solid. They've not given up over 27 points all season. Then we got Jacksonville 6-3, coming off a 34-3 loss to the Niners. They just got blown out at home, gave up 437 yards, and they had 4 turnovers. They are 2-3 at home, Jacksonville, so they're not a great home team. And they struggle versus QBs that throw the ball because they have such a horrible pass defense. I like Will Levis to put up points. I like Derrick Henry to have a bounce back game. He played horrible last week. And I'm actually taking Tennessee to cover. Tennessee plus 6.5. All right. And it's a divisional game, and that's another reason why I like Tennessee. All right, game 3, the Jets, New York Jets at the Buffalo Bills. The Bills are a 7-point favorite. The Jets 4-5, coming off a 16-12 loss to the Raiders. Just a bad team with a pretty good defense. Look, they had a lucky win versus Buffalo in week 1, and a lucky win versus Philadelphia in week 6. quarterback Zach Wilson is not good. And really the big deal is Coach Saleh is not good. This guy's not a good coach. And I'm not going to get into it, but I think he's part of the problem here. But when you have a horrible coach, a horrible QB and a bad coach, it's not a good combination. Then we got the Bills 5-5 coming off a 24-22 loss versus Denver. As I said, that was one of my picks last week. Josh Allen, 3 more turnovers. And out of three of their 4 losses, they bounced back with a win after their loss. Look, I like them to bounce back here. They want revenge from week 1. And they'll get the win. I think they really blow out the Jets. The Jets have been kind of looking decent. And so I'm taking the Bills -7 lock of the week, boys. All right, Big Ree, let's go.
All right, the first game I got is the Seahawks at the Rams. We got the Seahawks coming off a 29-26 win versus the Commanders. Rams coming off a bye week, well rested. QB Matthew Stafford fully practiced today, which is Wednesday. With Stafford playing, Kupp and Puka are going to improve their yards. Seahawks started the season off good, but took a step back. Look at their last 3 games. They beat the Browns by 4 at home without Deshaun Watson. They got blown out by the Ravens on the road 37-3. And last week they beat the Commanders 29-26. Rams are going to be rested and at home. So I'm taking the Rams +1.
All right.
Next game I got is the Chargers at the Packers. The Chargers 4-5 coming off a 3-point loss to the Lions 41-38 on a game-winning field goal. Packers coming off a 23-19 loss versus the Steelers in Pittsburgh. Chargers had the better QB here, no question. Packers offense has been all right. I say that as a Packer fan. They played bad, but some games Jordan Love has stepped up. There are a couple of key points which I want to point out here. The Chargers offense is solid, but their defense is awful. They gave up 38 points to the Lions. This game is being played in Green Bay. Last week the Chargers played in Detroit, which is indoors, and they normally play at SoFi, which is half indoors and LA weather. And Lambeau Field, it's going to be a lot colder. These players aren't used to it. And Packers defense is okay. I think the crowd will be a factor. I'm taking the Packers +3. That's my lock of the week. The last game I got is the Cowboys at the Panthers. Cowboys coming off a huge win versus the Giants, 49-17 versus the Giants. Panthers 1-8 coming off a 16-13 loss versus the Bears, who didn't have Justin Fields. I gotta say the boys have been playing well. Dak Prescott had a big game, 404 yards, 4 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. Brandon Cooks and CeeDee Lamb combined for 324 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. Panthers offense is pretty solid. I think they have a solid run game with Chuba Hubbard. I know everyone is going to throwing Bryce Young under the bus. Everyone, their mom is going to be on the boys, but I'm taking the Panthers here. I'm taking the Panthers +10.5.
All right.
All right, guys. Peace.
All right, boys and girls.